Senator Bernie Moreno is proposing a complete ban on social media use by children under the age of 18, comparing social media to cigarettes. I sat down earlier with the University of Washington professor and screen time consultant Emily Churkin, who also provided expert testimony to the U.S. Senator about why they are asking for this ban.
During your testimony this weekend, you shared a staggering statistic. Children ages 8 to 18 are averaging 7.5 hours a day on screen outside of school hours. That doesn't include what they're doing in the classroom. Is this all due to social media?
No, I mean, kids are using devices. I mean, we've seen very young children using tablets, and they may not be on social media. They might be on an app or a game or watching a video. So, it's not all social media, but I think as kids get older, that does become more of the way they're spending their time. I also think it's important to note that YouTube technically qualifies as a social media platform. We don't often think of it that way, but it really operates in the same way that other social media platforms do. And so when young children are using YouTube, I think we need to think about that as social media as well.
Yeah, and for parents, I know a lot of folks are using YouTube Kids. Is that safe?
Here's how I explain the difference between YouTube and YouTube Kids. YouTube is like dropping your kids off at the sketchiest bar in the sketchiest neighborhood and telling them to be safe. YouTube Kids is like taking them to the 18 and up club, but it's not really that much safer. So the short answer is no.
And as a screen time consultant, is all screen time bad for kids? Some people use devices maybe to help for educational tools or even language development.
Yeah, I actually think at this point we have to be really clear that screen time in general is not good or better for children and development. That doesn't mean that we can't use it for things like FaceTiming with grandparents in another city, right? Like that to me is using the tool as a way to maintain an existing relationship. When we use the word educational, we need to be really careful because anything is educational. It's just what is it you want your kid to be learning? And so, you could argue that the YouTube videos about, these different challenges that kids are doing or whatever are educational, but that's probably not what most parents want their kids learning. I really think it's also important to draw a connection between the tech use that kids have at home on devices and phones and the tech use that they have in the classroom, because the way I see it is that ed tech is big tech. The design is the same. The algorithms operate the same. They both rely on user engagement. They both collect information about children. It's not safe.
Is banning social media the only fix that children need in the U.S.? Would that make the most, important change? Or do you think that there's a way to meet it in the middle?
I don't think. Let me phrase it this way. Let's replace the word social media with cigarettes. Do you think that we should lower the smoking age to 16 just because we say things like, oh, well, teenagers are going to smoke, so we should just lower the age because it's just easier? I don't think there should be a compromise on this. This is a safety issue. I actually think 18 is the bare minimum. I mean, that's when we consider people adults in this country. And so that's the highest that we can go in terms of what we call, regulating it for children. We don't need to have social media to learn how to use technology. We don't need to give children internet connected devices to learn how to be tech savvy. What we need is to give children a childhood, and that includes play, outside time with friends. And the opposite of this too is if we're going to go ahead and ban, which again, I do support and I think should happen, we need to make sure there are opportunities for kids to engage in safe ways outside of a screen-based environment, right? We need to go back to third places. We need to reinvest in, community centers and after-school programs that are screen-free.